Welcome to the Aggie Athletics Coaches Show, brought to you by Charles White State Farm. My name is Shawn Joy, and today we are joined by head baseball coach Jared Mayeda. Coach, how are you doing?
Doing well. All is good here in the handle.
Speaking of all is well in the handle, how about the weather we got? How's that been for you guys at practice and everything?
Weather's really nice. Field's getting green again, so it's looking like baseball weather here in February, which is new for us, but we're excited about it.
Nice. Well, we're excited to be out there, and we got 3 straight weekends at the Grib, and so the weather should be good, and we're excited for that. So, speaking of Grib, Coach Gribble passed away a few months ago. Aggie legend, did so much for not just baseball but the whole university. I understand you guys have some plans to honor him this year. What are you guys going to do?
Yeah, so this weekend we're going to be putting on a Carroll Gribble patch onto our hats. It's going to be his initials. We're going to debut that this weekend, first home series. And we're going to wear that all the whole season, the entire 2026 season, just to commemorate him. He was, like you said, such a big part of not only baseball, but of the university as a whole. Our ballpark's named after him. And, it's just something small to kind of show support for him and his family, again, who was a big supporter of OPSU baseball. He was a great alumni for us. He was always out at practice and out at our games when he could be. And, we're going to miss him a lot, but you'll be able to see his initials on our hats, like I said, for the whole entire 2026 season.
Nice. I'm glad you guys are doing that. That's a really good deal. So let's jump right into the action. We opened up last weekend, Sunday, Monday, down at Hobbs, New Mexico with Southwest. Just talk about what you saw and how it went.
Yeah, it's always exciting to get back on the field. We had some nice weather again down there in Hobbs, and we always usually play them pretty much every year, and they do a great job. They have a good team down there. We had some good things going for us. We lost a couple of tight ones, got walked off twice. Our pitching staff did a great job, just keeping us in ball games. We would like to tighten things up on the defensive side, but offensively we showed some good things. Out of the first week, it's a long season. Baseball, we played close to 50 games, so there's a lot of positives that we want to take out of the first week. And like I said, our hitting was great. Obviously there's some things that we can adjust and add to. Pitching was tremendous. Couple of really good starts out of a couple of our starters, and two or three really nice outings out of the bullpen. And then again, obviously, like I said, our defense, we can tighten some things up there, but we want to take away as many positives as we can into a week of practice this week.
So we won a game, but we also lost a couple walk-offs, like you said. What do you tell the guys, especially the first weekend, like you said, where it's early, but play well right there, 2 walk-off losses? What do you tell the guys after those?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you want to address the things that happened in the first game, but on doubleheader days we got 25, 30 minutes to first pitch to the second game. It's just getting them prepared for the second game. Game 1 of the season, it was a 7-inning game. We played 10 innings. It was a long first one, but we jumped right back on and won game 2 there, which we're really proud of our guys for doing that. The message is to stick the course. Like I said, we play a long season, so a small 3 or 4 game series sample size isn't going to be our face for the rest of the year. Just trying to build on things and keeping focus on what's ahead. Because again, we lost a couple of heartbreakers there. But again, on the positive side of things, we're right there with like I said, a really good team down there in Hobbs, and one pitch or one play falls our way, or we make one play here or there. We walk away, maybe splitting the series or even going 3-1. But again, it's just kind of looking forward and continuing to play our brand of baseball and continue to move forward.
So the next 3 weekends we're at home at the Grib, and the weather's nice right now, so we're excited for that. We got York coming into town this weekend. What do you want to see out of the boys this weekend that will improve from last weekend?
Yeah, just being at home first weekend, you're hoping that we can have some really good energy coming out of Hobbs after this last weekend. So continue to have good energy. We're hoping that with the warmer weather, the bats start to heat up again, and to continue to play solid defense and have really good pitching outings. So we try and simplify things, and again, we like to come out with a lot of energy and play with a lot of energy. So those are kind of some of the things that we're looking into this weekend. Again, York's another really solid club, and they always come out here this time of year, and they always seem to give us fits, whether that's with their offense or their pitching staff. So another tough opponent, but again, if we come out with solid energy and put our best foot forward, put us in a good spot to hopefully win a couple ball games.
So you got York this weekend, then you're home with Randall next weekend, then you start conference with Texas Wesleyan. I know it's early, but we go from last weekend to this weekend to next weekend, then to Texas Wesleyan. What are some things right now that you can kind of see that you want to see improve before we get to Wesleyan in 2 weeks?
Yeah, on the pitching side, just our pitch counts continue to throw a little more, throw longer. Our starters this past weekend were around 75-ish pitches. And each week, you like to extend them a little bit. And then on the hitting side, just continue to see more pitching. Traditionally, hitters are a little bit further behind the pitching side. We don't like to give our hitters that crutch so much, but, just continue to put together good at-bats. Again, we're playing a lot here, a lot of non-conference preseason stuff before we get into a really good conference series with Texas Wesleyan. So, just continue to be better. If we can continue to move forward each weekend and each week of practice, we'll be in a really good spot to start conference time.
Well, good deal, Jared. Well, we're excited for you guys the next few weeks. We're going to be at home. I hope this weather continues to stay where it's at. We can be out at the Grib and enjoy that, and you guys will have your Coach Grib patches on. And so we're excited to have you guys back home, and good luck the rest of the way, okay?
Thanks. Come out and support. We'll also have Carroll Gribble patches and some hats with those patches as well for sale out at the field as well.
Well, there you go, Aggies. That was the latest episode of our Coaches Show, brought to you by Charles White State Farm. We will see you next time.